Okay, so now I'm pretending that everything is all quilted. Okay, what I want to do next is to trim the outside layers down so that they're a consistent width. Okay, so I'm going to trim both the batting and the backing at the same time. Okay, but to do that I'm going to draw a line around the outside edge of the quilt top that's about 1.5 inches past the outside edge of where we quilted, of the quilt top. And don't worry too much about the corners because we're going to trim them off in a minute. Okay, so turn the ruler so it's in the same position. Okay, that's 1.5. Okay, and don't worry too much if the batting is a little bit short. It's not a big deal. Keep turning it the wrong way here. So 1.5. I'm going to mark it all the way around. Okay. So since we're just doing demonstrations here, I'm not going to mark it all the way around. I'm just going to mark on 2 sides here. Okay, so then we cut with scissors along the line that we just drew. Okay, I'm just going to part way down there too. This side doesn't need much trimmed. This is why it's important to center everything when you're laying it out and basting it. Okay, so then, this guy, get rid of the thimble too. Okay, now I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to bend it over so it just touches, just overlaps that corner. Okay, and I'm going to cut that off. Okay, so now we have kind of a 45-degree angle here. So then I'm going to fold that in again. I'm going to pin. And then we're going to fold this edge so that the cut edge matches the edge of the quilt top. And then fold it in again. And the angle should pretty much hit the pin that's there at an angle. Okay, so I'm going to pin along here. So keep folding and pinning. Okay, so this edge comes into the edge of the quilt top, and then just flip it over. And when you get down to the next corner, fold that in at an angle. You can kind of finger press a little bit. Snip it off. Fold that in so it just goes over top of that corner. Pin. And then continue folding these edges in. So that edge stays folded before we fold this one in, and then fold this one up so it kind of hits the pin. Okay, now this is a technique that's been used often in the past, particularly by people who are just starting out. There are other ways to do bindings. Because this is going to be more like a little table mat or something like that, I'm not real concerned about the wear and tear on the outside edge. But for the most part, if you're doing this on a big quilt, you would do what's called an applied binding, which is where you would stitch it onto one side and flip it around to the other side and do the hand stitching. Okay, so at this point, it's just a matter of hand sewing the edges down. So you can use kind of a darker color thread if you want. There are different colors of threads that are in your kit. This would be the same stitch that you used to, for example, sew the stem on the goldenrod down, which is not on this sample, but okay, but it's basically, you know, hiding your knot down here, come up and just barely catch the edge of that, pull it through, go straight down, move forward, catch the edge, go straight through. So, and these stitches do not go through to the back. Okay, so this is just through the top layers. But that's the basic finishing type that we're going to do here. So, thank you very much.